Happy Thursday. Welcome to Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. Let me just go live on Instagram. Look, I can actually do this in a timely manner. Welcome. It is Thursday, my favorite day of the week. It really is my favorite day of the week because all the other work that I do, work I put in air quotes because the groups that I run I have fun with, so it never feels like tedious work, but it is work. And so I get to put all that aside, and my Thursdays are devoted pretty much just to getting this episode together each week. And I'm always like, the reason why I'm always like a minute or two, or what time is it? Or maybe a couple more minutes late, is I'm always trying to get one more variety stuck in there. So I'm like making the slide. What time is it? 4:06. All right, so more than a minute or two late. But I hope it's all worth it. I've got some great varieties to share with you this week, and I'm looking forward to speaking with all of you. If it's your first time watching, welcome. If you can please subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, which may be what you're watching it on. Chances are you are. But you could be watching on Instagram. You could be watching on my Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head Facebook page. Please subscribe, and you can hit the like button, which Jen Joy tells me helps the algorithm or whatever. So that would be appreciated also. But I'm glad you're here. We're just a couple minutes in. We've already got 52 live viewers. So welcome. If it's your first time watching, this is an interactive broadcast. I like to come live, although it is recorded. So anybody that cannot watch live can watch the replay. Unfortunately, with gifts and prizes, those are only available to live viewers. I do choose this time because I know it's still late for our friends in Europe, but maybe not like 2 o'clock in the morning, although it's always 2 o'clock in the morning for somebody. So I come at this time every week to talk tomatoes. I'm trying to be more conscious about, I know I share a lot of things that are really difficult to get. I'm a real sucker for Eastern European varieties, Russia, Poland, Ukraine. The first one I'm going to lead off with today, I was going to say in a couple minutes, but it's probably more than a couple minutes. You guys know me. Let me close out some of these windows. My computer's been sluggish lately. I'm not really sure why. I've cleaned up probably all the pictures of tomatoes I have in my Dropbox, which are not, I can't get rid of those. I've been trying to do, I guess IMAX like instantly defrag. I don't really know a lot about this stuff, but it seems to be working okay. Hopefully, quality-wise, it's working out for you guys too. But I like to bring the audience into the conversation. I'd like to speak with all of you, not just to you. I'd like to hear if I show a variety. I'd love to hear what you guys have grown. I like to hear if it's on your grow list. A lot of what I'm showing today is on my grow list for 2025, which I'll be starting seeds late March. Well, I started staggering starts last year. I'll be starting late March. I'll be away. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do my show while I'm in Florida. So every year, this is my third year, actually. My parents snowbird in Destin, Florida, which, for the first time since 1975, got snow this week. No kidding. You guys may have seen it on the news. The beach and the sand in Destin, Florida looks like snow anyway. When I've shared photos from my trips in the past, people are like, is that snow? It wasn't snow. But this week it was. It was this freakish snow. It's the first time it snowed there since 1975. So hopefully by the time I go there, the snow is come and gone, but it is cold. And I know those of you in the United States and maybe elsewhere in the world too, it is a crazy cold front. It was, yesterday morning was the coldest. I think it was -8 when I woke up. I think it's gotten up into the 20s. This is Fahrenheit, by the way. 22 degrees Fahrenheit today. It was still pretty darn cold. Rob, was it last night? Thursday night. Yes, he was bringing the garbage cans. And, a lot of people think, if you know of the drone epidemic, so to speak, many people think that the drones have come and gone. They have not where I am. So he's like, it's we have like this language now. He said it's very drony outside tonight. So I went outside to look last night. I could barely breathe. It was that cold. I don't remember ever feeling that way. I started coughing and all that. So I guess we're just supposed to deal with the drones and nobody's going to tell us what's going on. So what's a couple drones spying on us? Who cares? Hopefully it's just some kind of testing and we don't know we're not supposed to know what it is, and hopefully we're all safe. But let me get to some of your comments. I've got a lot I want to talk about, and if you watch my show before, I do tend to ramble on, but if you like tomatoes, hopefully it's not too long of a ramble. I've probably missed Jamie already. Jamie started a class 2 weeks ago. Stopping in really quick to say hi to all my tomato friends. My class is getting ready to start, so I'm off to learn counseling skills. Jamie, you and I have talked about this. I really honor what you're doing, and coming from somebody with personal experience in the field that you're going into, I thank you. We need more people in the mental health field, and I really respect what you're doing. I hate that it interferes with Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, but I'm really, really glad you're here. Heidi was the first one here, becoming a green stalker. Greetings, Tomato Peeps. That was 25 minutes ago. Hi, everybody. We are giving away prizes today, by the way. 3 different people. One of them is me, but also 2 others are giving away prizes. So all you have to do is write #tomato in the comments. Deb Toothaker is giving away 5 varieties. She said she won, was it last week? She wanted to pay it forward, which is just so sweet and so typically Deb. She's going to give the 1 winner, or no, I'm sorry, 5 winners, 5 varieties of their choice. So that's 5 prizes from Deb. And then Teresa Begin, thank you. I don't know if it's Begin or Begin, Teresa. I always say Begin because it looks like Begin, but for a last name, I'm not really sure. She's giving away to 2 people, another 5 varieties for 2 people. And then I'm giving away, I'm only the one giving it away. These prizes, Helena, I shared about it in the group a couple hours ago. Helena from Meraki Seeds from Greece, she sent me a whole bunch of micro dwarfs to give away as prizes. I should say us. It's for Jen, Keena, and myself, the group, or on my show to give away. She gave me several micro dwarfs. So I've got 2. Look, I'm pulling a Jen. I've got them all ready to go already because I'm trying to get ready to go to Florida, and I'm really catching up. Those of you who I still owe seeds to that I haven't talked to, you've reached out to me, and they're all getting out. I'm really happy about that. So I've got them prepackaged. It's 9 varieties of micro dwarfs. The one here's what we've got. It's Pygmy, Micro Purple, Orange Russian, Sweet and Neat, Red, Orange Dream, Baha, Tigerette Red, and Hardin's Miniature. But the superstar in that is a variety that's exclusive right now to Meraki Seeds, Purple Boy Green. This was a mutation that she had from Purple Boy. And I asked her very kindly, I'm like, if you have some extras, I'd love to give them away. So that is included, giving this away to 2 people, all ready to go. So we've got, 5, 7, 9 prizes today. So you want to put in #tomato in the comments. So let me get back to comments. I hate getting behind. Sweet as Kenobi. Hi, Leslie. Hello, everyone. Harley the Swamp Bitch is here. Hey, Harley. Hey, Harley, I feel like I owe you and or Mike prizes, but I don't have anything written down. If one of you can email me and let me know, maybe we're caught up. But I'm really usually very, very good about writing it down in my notebooks here. So if I owe you guys anything, I know that for a lot of us, tomato season, we're getting ready to start seeds. And so the last thing I want to do is owe anybody anything before I leave for Florida, which is February 13th. I'll be there for 3 weeks. Oh, I had started to say I'm trying to decide if I still do a show on those days, only because I don't need my iMac to do it. But it sure makes things a lot easier with making graphics. And I haven't even tried to do EVMux on my iPad. My iPad, I have like a magic keyboard, so I can act as a laptop, but it's still not a laptop. I do have my sister's old MacBook. I can see. I hate to miss 3 weeks because I really miss it. Last year, I know when I was down there, I shared about this really recently, maybe last week. I had Evan from Heirloom Seed House or Portland Seed House. He came on, interviewed him while I was down in Destin, Florida last year about lawn keepers, and he showed us his lawn keepers. So I don't know. I will figure something out. I hate, like I said, I hate to be skipping episodes for 3 weeks. Hi, Sherman. Hello, Lauren and friends. Glad to be here. I keep referring to the group just in case you're a YouTuber and not a member of our Facebook community. I started a community back in July 2023, and then Kina and Jen hopped on almost instantly to help me run it. Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. And I know there's mixed feelings about Facebook, especially right now. Join just to be a part of this community. If you're a tomato lover, there's really nothing like it. We're not like other Facebook tomato groups. And, we really, really love Tomato Junction and TLC. It can be a little difficult to navigate. And so, like I shared in the group today, if you're somebody that wants to, maybe you don't have a lot of micro dwarfs, you're looking to boost your collection, there's lots of ways to boost your collection. Even if you don't have many or any seeds, you can get seeds with stamps, and there's people are so generous. Plus, we're much more than a seed swapping group. And I share this every week, and I thank you guys who watch me every week for bearing with me. But just in case we get that new person, and we do all the time, we are much more than a swap group. We offer, Jen Joy has her own YouTube. Oh, my shirt. Speaking of Jen Joy, silly me, Jen Joy. If you don't subscribe to her YouTube channel, you probably do. But in case you don't, it's Jen Joy. She's got a really great tomato YouTube channel. She's my partner in crime. We do a monthly show together called Tomato Talk Live. And she's got new merch. And this says Jen Joy Tomatoes. So this is a J and a T, Jen Joy Tomatoes. And I love the colors. I love that there's a green tomato on it because I'm a sucker for green tomatoes. The colors are so vibrant. So I meant to get a link, but go onto her YouTube channel and you will see a section for merch. I swear I ordered it and had it within 3 days in the United States. I'm not sure international shipping or whatever, but super cute. I love these colors. I love vibrant colors. So thanks, Jen. And Ben, who designed, there's a lot more than just this. I saw somebody else was wearing one today, and she put it on her personal page too. So make sure you subscribe. I think I see Jen here. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for being here. Deborah, I hope your question was answered about Jardins de Tomates in the group yesterday. I understand your concern, but hopefully your question was answered. Yes, they do ship internationally, and I think I think it was a blanket statement they make that they don't want people hoarding seeds for $1 a pack, and they want to cover themselves because seed swapping, I consider it like a la. We don't want to know because I don't think there's anybody that can possibly tell if you're going to swap them. They just don't want to know. That's my take on it. All right, there's my Jen Joy. Hello, everyone. I'm going to wash dishes and hopefully be done soon so I can chat with y'all. Hey, Jen, thanks for being here. Hello, my beautiful friend Lauren. I hope you've had a beautiful day so far. I love you. I love you back. I have had a great day so far. Thank you. Behind me here, I don't know if Haley's watching. One of my new micros is called White Baby. It's a white micro, and you can see some of them are starting to ripen. I swear this one takes forever to ripen, the white ones, but see, it's kind of hard to tell, but this is a good one to show. Actually, on camera, you really can't tell. There's a little white one under here. Should I taste it? It feels, I want to let the big one get a little ripe. And there's actually two here that are white. Isn't that cool? I'm pretty sure for an amateur breeder like myself, I'm pretty sure I'm offering or stabilizing right now the very first white micro dwarf. Pretty soft. This one's pretty soft. This one's very soft. I don't know. I don't want to. There used to be an old commercial, something about don't want to. I think it may have been a wine commercial when I was a kid. Don't taste it before it's time or something. I don't know. Look at it. It kind of looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? But it is loaded with these great big fruits. I've got 3 plants growing over there. Little bit like some smaller, some larger. But what I wanted in selecting this one is I wanted the largeness of the fruits and I wanted this shape and this one. So this is white baby. Da-na-na-da-na-na. Super excited. Should I taste this little white one? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll taste it. I don't have my refractometer or anything, but I can pop it in my mouth. I inevitably get soil all over my desk every time I do a show. A couple things. I talked about Jen's shirt, talked about the prizes. So if you're just joining us, make sure you type in #tomato in the comments. And at the end of the episode, I will draw 9 names, 5 from Deb, 2 from Teresa, and thank you, ladies, again. So generous. We have another one for next week. He's sending me the seeds right now, and once he does, another very generous offer. And then two from me for the micro dwarf package, including that purple boy green, which you can only find at Meraki Seeds. If she has them left in stock, I'm not really sure. I'm excited. Oh, I put them away already. Yesterday, I got Reinhard an envelope from Reinhard Craft with his new micros, which I've been waiting for. Micro Mars, Micro Sun, and then he's got 4 curlies: Curly Sue, Curly Magic, Curly Fire, and Curly Sugar. And then 2 other varieties, new varieties of his. I am uber excited to grow these. I wasn't going to start any new micros until after I'm back from Florida, which will be early March 6th, I think I come back. But I had to. And I'm going to have to threaten Rob and Riley with their lives. You must water this. Riley's going to come down with me she's going to come down and spend time with us and her grandparents week 2 that I'm down there, and Rob's coming down the 3rd week. So it's going to be like tag team, must water these. Because those seeds are precious. So Reinhard, I don't know if you're watching, but thank you for sending those to me. I was lucky enough. He did a very short, window of selling his seeds, and I was lucky enough to get in, which normally I miss the boat on those things. So I know some of you also got lucky, and there weren't, it's like 10 per envelope, so I don't have really many to spare, but they dropped into soil, that's for sure. And unlike most micros where I always start 2 seeds, this time I just started just one at a time. Who else do we have here? Me and my shadow 1, 2, 3, 4, ready to talk tomatoes. Hi, everyone. I'm always ready to talk tomatoes. Hi, Nicole Smith Gardening. If you guys don't subscribe to her channel, make sure you do. She's adorable. If you like watching somebody garden, wine in hand, and just real and authentic, just like Jen, as a matter of fact, subscribe to her channel. Hi, Mike. Howdy, tomato people. Thanks for being here. Eric is here. Eric Mooney. Thanks for being here. Deborah says, "Hi, Jen. Love your shirts. Isn't this one just so striking? I loved them all." But when it came to ordering one, there was no question. This is what I would consider a me shirt with all the bright colors. So pretty. When I was in college one summer, I was a camp counselor at a nature camp for 1st and 2nd graders, and we did tie-dyeing. And that summer I tie-dyed everything. It was such fun. Hi, Sasha. Glad you're here. Michelle Urban's here. Hey there. Who else we have? Lisa Lloyd is here. And Lisa B is here. Bonjour. Bonjour. Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. And another one with a great gardening YouTube channel, Rolanda You Grow Row. Check out her channel if you don't already. And Michael's here. Hey, Michael. Speaking of Michael, so we finished last week. We chose our teams for our grow outs. If you're in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, I'll put it up there again. Hopefully you are. If not, just join Facebook just for the group. You don't need to do anything else. We have 12 different categories, and Michael is doing our micro dwarf category. So everything as of a couple days ago, everything is all solidified. We've got teams of 15 with 3 backups. I actually just added a 4th backup to my Kentucky heirloom team only because I had a filtered message from somebody who hadn't made it on a team already. And so I wanted to put her on the backup list. So we've got 4 in there. But so the teams are filled. We gave some people are on 2 teams, but we only gave that opportunity when we exhausted everybody else who hadn't been on a team. So I feel really, really good about this year and just the way it progressed and able to offer. Thank you all for your interest. It was overwhelming. And I can probably speak, I know I can speak for Jen and Keena and Linda and Deb and Michael. Am I missing any? That's it. That it was an exhausting 2 days because we were just getting private messages here, there, and everywhere, and just trying to fit everybody in and make sure picking the teams is difficult because we allowed everybody to sign up for your 2 choices. And so we had to be like, if I really wanted somebody on my Sofia Sakova team, and then, Keena already had her on ultra rare or him, we'd have to do, it's like a draft. It really is like a draft. So, but I think we got it right. So thank you to Deb, Michael, and Linda, who's right here. Hi, Linda. Linda's doing our Alafira team. So thank you for volunteering. And hopefully by now, you must have paid your team host by now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the team. So thank you all for paying promptly and for just bearing with us as we chose the teams. Hope you're happy. Michael says, paused watching Jen's new video to hop in here. Does she have a new video? Jen's always got new videos. I just honor what she does. I don't know how she does it. I really don't. Although she says the same thing about my lives. So we both have our strong suits, don't we? Hi, Missy. Nice to see you. Tara Dove is here. Hello there. And Pretty is here. Hello, everyone. Hi, Pretty. Hi, Deb. Deb, I thought of you earlier today because I still have that one Chef Gaigetta that I'm keeping along with my lawn keepers. It's still plugging along there. That thing, if anybody's growing that variety, I grew it last year, and I noticed they had great storage capabilities. So I think the one I still have left is from July. It's wrinkled, but it's still going and not rotting. Hi, Roxanne. Thanks for being here. Who else we have? Jerry's here. Hey, Jerry. I still owe you seeds. I recognize that, you and your bro. Hi, Becca. Thank you for being here. Let me just make sure. I want to catch up here and make sure I've got everybody. Kim L. Hi, Kim. Amanda Brown. Hi, Amanda. Hello from upstate New York. Oof. I'm cold. I can only imagine how cold you are. Only imagine. Oh, thank you, Anna. Hi, Anna. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. That feels very good, heartwarming. I appreciate you all, too. This show would be very, very boring without you guys. Very boring. Terry. Hello, everyone. Lurking, driving. Hope everyone's well. I don't know if you got my email, Terry. Your seeds went out yesterday. So hopefully you like all the extras I included for you too. Pam Joan, or Jean, hello to everybody. Thanks for watching, Pam. And Cordaro, whenever I see your name, like you kind of take second seat. I always want to know, hey Ansel, buddy. Hope you're watching. Hi Cordaro, glad you're here too. Nure is here. Hi Nure. Got a big crowd. We've already got 80 people watching. This is awesome sauce. Literally awesome sauce. Hi Cynthia. Make sure you guys type hashtag tomato. I'm sure you are. I'm already 25 minutes behind in the comments. Robin Moulton's here. Hi there, Robin. Thanks for watching. Sashka Tihuva. Thanks for watching, Sashka. Hopefully you enjoy the show. Aw, Jen. 52 viewers. Welcome to the funnest chat about tomatoes. That's very nice. Now it's 82. Got 30 since then. Is that your Drop the Micro behind you? The original cross is the same cross as Drop the Micro, but hopefully you know by now I'm behind in my comments. It's same cross. It's Tiny Totem and Funny Plum Yellow, but this is a white variant that I'm stabilizing that I call White Baby. Cynthia says currently snowing here again. Ugh. Yuck. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. How's everyone's week going? Hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing great. It's been a great week so far. Nicole says we got 4 inches of snow. I'm near Houston, Texas. So weird for us. Yeah, I heard about that in Texas too. It's crazy. And it's freezing our butts off in northern Ontario. I bet. Cordaro. Maybe the hot air balloon community told the drone community about your garden. Could be. What he's referring to is we get a lot of hot air balloons in the summer and fall going over our house, our area. Very rural and very pretty. And especially in the fall with the foliage, we get a lot of hot air balloons going by. Towards the end of last season, somebody was going over and I was videotaping it, and somebody they were down low enough where I'm like, hi there. And they're like, nice garden or something like that. So yeah, they may have tipped them off. They're probably wondering what the heck it is that we're doing in our backyard. It's only growing tomatoes, I swear. And the peppers and a few other things, but mainly tomatoes. Kim says the same thing. Maybe the drones heard about Mrs. Tomato Head and is just trying to find all the tomatoes. Well, listen, drones, you're going to have to wait. Michelle got 8 inches in Mobile County, Alabama. Yikes. We got the most we've had in years the other day, but still about 6 inches. But when I was a kid, we used to get a lot more snow. Even I was talking to my daughter Riley the other day. Like I used to bundle them up and they'd go out in the snow quite frequently. They get snow days from school. It just hasn't happened the last couple of years. Hi, Mike, South Louisiana. Glad you're here. All right, I just want to skim through here and make sure I got everybody. Nicole's grown Baha, very tasty micro. Can you believe I haven't grown that one yet? It's weird. I have seeds. I've had seeds, but I used to be good for having grown every single micro dwarf, and right now there's so many new ones that come out. And then honestly, this winter's been primarily focusing on stabilizing a couple of my own with a few thrown in there. I've got a Napos 4 over there. I've got what's the one from Garden Horde? Kindness. Something about kindness. They're little hearts. Heart of kindness. I forget. Last week I tasted Mini Me. I was going to taste Napos 4 with you guys today, but decided not to. Hey, Francis. Oh, Francis, your photos make me laugh so hard. I just think you're the most adorable thing ever. Chiming in from snowy Alabama. I had to wade through 9 inches to get here. 9 inches just to get to the broadcast? Um, she put a really cute picture in the group the other day of her wearing a shirt from Inspired Garden Life, one of my absolute favorite tomato t-shirt companies, which I've been talking about now for about a month and a half, 2 months or so. And she's in snow and she's holding seeds and she's just got the cutest look on her face. I just adore you, Frances. Hi, Yvette. Thanks for being here. You know, Michael, I was going to talk about the Reinhard varieties today and decided not to. Maybe next week. They did all fall into soil today. I will tell you that. I got them yesterday. I'm surprised they didn't fall into soil last night. But yeah, I'm not sure why I decided not to. I think I felt like a jerk because not everybody had access to them. Although a lot of what I'm talking about today are hard to get to. I've got some Sophia varieties that won't be able to be gotten at least right now, but maybe next week. I keep saying I want to do a micro only episode. His varieties, Micro Sun, Micro Mars. You know, I can pull up a picture just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. He's in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, and he has put photos up of the two that I was really excited about. I was not expecting the curlies to be available. He just told me he was going to give me all the new ones. Let me show you. Hang on. This is his curly fire. How beautiful. Oh, terrible. Hang on. Let me cut it here. It looks like curly kale, but check out these fruits. Okay, that's a little better. So that's curly fire. Isn't that stunning? Look at those fruits. Look at that foliage. I feel so fortunate to have been able to buy those. This one is Micro Mars, which is super cool. He's been working on these for a few years. I've been waiting patiently. This is Micro Sun. Isn't it gorgeous? He's a very talented breeder. I love how, like, I don't know how to word this properly. A lot of the most famous tomato breeders in the world are starting to get into the world of micros, which makes me so happy because up until the last maybe 2 years or so, I feel like it was just a lot of micros that tasted like crap, honestly, tasted like nothing. And now there's some really interesting ones coming out. And of course, I had to get into the action and put my hat into the ring, even though I'm just an amateur. I shouldn't say just, I am an amateur breeder, and I'm really enjoying breeding micros. It's been a lot of fun. And so then it's Micro Sun, Micro Mars, and then he's got Micro or Curly Fire, Curly Sugar, Curly Sue, Curly Magic. I'm trying to figure it out. It's right here. So yeah, I actually don't know much more information about them. I've been chatting with Reinhard, so that may be the extent of how I showcase them, but I will certainly be talking about them as they are growing and reviewing and all of that stuff. What else? Let's get back to comments. Hi, Christy. I'm glad you're here today too. Welcome. Oh, Michael, thank you. You can help with AV Mux on a computer so you can still stream. Thank you. Let's talk about that. I may take you up on that. That would be great. I may not want to do all 3 weeks because the point of me being down there is to spend quality time with my parents, but maybe an episode or two would be great. All right, I'm going to put this out there for you, Heidi. Has anyone ever grown spike, which is a red-green carrot leaf? I think that's a, why am I drawing a blank? Isn't that a Fred Hempel variety, spike? I think it might be. Or Eric, which is an old Swedish variety. I have not, but maybe you can get some comments in there. Hey, Sathya, glad you're being here, or glad you are here. Yep, Jen read my mind. You don't have to decide now. You can wait till you get there. Feel like you'd like to do it. If you're missing something, then go for it. If not, then just spend time with parents. That's what I would like to do. But I need my own fix, so I may want to do it maybe one episode at least. Harley, I see your comment about the prizes. Let's talk, because I'm sure when you won the prizes, it was a long time ago, so we'll see what you guys want. Christy says this group is the only reason why I'm still on Facebook. That's a great compliment. Kind of me too. Both of my groups, this and Attitude of Gratitude with chronic pain. I don't really do anything on Facebook other than the groups. I don't do a lot on my personal. Once in a while, put a birthday wish up for Rob, which was last week. Oh, thanks, Sathya. Nice hair, Lauren. I got it done last week. So, yeah, the dark roots aren't showing as much anymore. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Shirt is very cute. Hi, Karen. Ben is so talented. He sure is. I love it. Oh, Haley. I was wondering if you were here. I'm here. Can't wait for this one. I need a taste test. I did say white micro. Let me feel this small one again. Should I taste it? Well, now I've pulled it off. I have to taste it, don't I? That's really nice. Much more flavor than other white varieties I've grown in the past. I haven't grown a lot of white varieties. I'm growing a few this year. White Heart of Sophia, Stella del Sol, which a friend in Europe helped me get because they wouldn't ship to the United States. That's really nice. I'm kind of surprised at how it's fruity. It's got equal sweetness. It's got some tang that's very flavorful. I'm excited. I wonder what'll happen if I leave these to ripen a lot. So yeah, I'm going to take one off probably maybe tomorrow and save and just plant some of the seeds right away so I can start on the F4s. This is an F3. Exciting. OMG, that's actually white. I was expecting pale yellow like all the other white varieties. I know. I'm so excited. So excited. White micros. I know. And look at me, just little miss, amateur, don't know what she's doing. I mean, I know I shouldn't put myself down. I know what I'm doing, but not like on a crazy genetic scale. I'm trying. But this is a very nice surprise. Hi, Brianna. Everybody's saying taste it. I'm so far behind in the comments. Here's a good question. Pretty says, Lauren, when you fill your raised beds, do you fill with only mushroom compost or use other type of soil too? So we got 4 new raised beds last year, and we have a local garden center landscape company that has, they call it their John Adams mix. It's a mix of filtered topsoil and mushroom compost. So that's what we filled the beds with. But the beds that were already existing, we amended the last 2 years with just mushroom compost and, mixing it up with mycorrhizal fungi, all kinds of other things, perlite, fresh perlite and all that. But I think at this point, we probably don't need to add much more topsoil, if anything. But yes, it's not just mushroom compost to answer your question. It's filtered topsoil along with it. And I say it all the time, mushroom compost, if you can get your hands on it, it took our Cherokee purples where we'd get a good, 10 tomatoes each year to like we're picking 10 a day 2-3 years ago. I mean, it puts the tomatoes on steroids. I can't speak highly enough of mushrooms in general, mycorrhizal fungi, and mushroom compost, although I know it's not available to everybody, which is weird, but it really does make a difference. Does the white micro have a certain name? White baby. You mean mine? White baby. I named it. Yeah. Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Taste it. Sorry, I'm so behind in the comments. My curiosity is piqued. I'm piqued. This was so good. I'm really excited to try them when, like, I'll wait. I don't know how long I'll wait. Another couple days to, try these. It sort of is hard to see on camera. Oh, well, you can see it next to the green ones. It really is white. Isn't that exciting? That actually may have better flavor than Drop the Micro. We'll have to see. All right, if you're joining us late, we've got 87 live viewers now. Welcome. We have prizes to give away at the end of the episode. Deb Toothaker and Teresa Begin are giving away prizes, and then Helena from Meraki Seeds. We have 2 micro dwarf packages if you're looking to add to your collection, but the superstar that some of you that are collectors that you probably don't have, this Purple Boy Green, which is a mutation of Purple Boy, only available at Meraki Seeds at the moment. I'm sure that'll change after this year. Hi, Neil Brown. Welcome. Hello, tomato lovers from cold Ohio. It's cold everywhere. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for being here. Blah Blah's here. We're getting excitement about the grow outs. Ansel feels like a first round pick for getting to grow fuzzy foliage again for Jen Joy. Aw, Ansel, you're back up on a team or 2 of mine too, Ansel. I'm excited. Everybody's excited about their grow outs. I'm really happy to hear that. Really happy to hear that. Hey, Kim. Good afternoon. Kim from Scotland. Hope everyone's well. We have a storm rolling in, so hopefully everything survives tomorrow. I hope so too. Ansel's watching. He says hi after yelling. Mrs. Tomato Head said hello. Hi, Ansel. We all say hi to Ansel. He's our buddy. Jen, I got to see Vanilla Ice in concert and dance with him up on stage. I saw him in concert too. Did not dance with him up on stage, but oh my gosh, you're like the Courtney Cox of the Vanilla Ice world. You may not know what I'm talking about because you're much younger than me. Courtney Cox, before she was on Friends, she was in Bruce Springsteen's video Dancing in the Dark off the Born in the USA album. And so that's like where she kind of got her start. So you are the Courtney Cox of Vanilla Ice. I only saw Vanilla Ice in concert because I was in college at the time. It's probably like 1990, 1989. And I'm a huge Eddie Money fan. And there was like some radio station in Boston. I went to college in Rhode Island. Some radio station in Boston was doing like one of those joint concerts with a bunch of people. Nelson was there. Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection was like their one-hit wonder. Milli Vanilli was there. I forget what it was called, but I was really there to see Eddie Money. Vanilla Ice was there, and it was right on the heels of his huge hit, Ice Ice Baby. So very cool, Jen, that you danced with him up on stage. Kathy W., we have cold temps but no snow in Nova Scotia, Canada. Kathy, I have your seeds. I need to get your seeds out to you. haven't forgotten about you. All right, I'm going to skim forward because we haven't talked about tomatoes yet. We're like an hour in. Hi, Michael. Michael Liverett from Metro Detroit. Welcome. Thanks for being a part of the episode. And Keena's here. Hi, everyone. I love this. Hashtag legitimize micros. Amen. Amen. There's some really good ones out there, and it's my job to taste them all and let you know which ones they are. Sue, how many times did you say Curly Sue to summon me? Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. And Kim, a little late today, and I'll be popping in and out, but I'm here. Glad you're here. Of course, you didn't miss a single tomato yet because I've got to say hi to everybody and talk about other things first. Eva, of course, is able to chime in on tasting tomatoes. Spike didn't taste anything. Spike didn't taste anything and sowed few tomatoes on the plant. Eric is a tasteless tomato, not something you look forward to sowing again. Eva, this is why we love you. Saves us a lot of time and trouble. Of course, Jen says it all the time, as do I. Taste is very subjective. Even Jen and I don't agree on tomatoes, which, you know, is not only fine, but I think helpful. Some of you may have more of a Jen palate. Some of you may have more of a me palate, or in between. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So take our taste test for what they are worth. Hi, Amy. Glad you're here. Dang, lost track of time. And Sue wants to know if anyone has grown White Queen. I read it's the most flavorful of the white tomatoes. I have not. You have 2 white baby seedlings popped up. Nice. I'll be curious to see how they do. I'll have to give you seeds for the F3. Keena says, had myself a power nap earlier. Always smart. And Haley's glad to see white babies going well. Yeah, it tastes good. Keena says, I love the whites, growing several more this year. I'm giving them another chance. With that Stella del Sol, as you guys know, was on my most wanted a long time ago. That is from a rare one from Switzerland, I think. I wasn't able to order it, but I was able to ship it to my friend Sabine of Vienna Seeds, and she sent it to me, which was wonderful. And then I have to grow a White Heart of Sophia because I just do. Everything's so. I'm not growing all of Sophia's, but I'm growing the ones that I was able to get from her that are really rare. And then some that aren't so rare that just look phenomenal. And some, there's like 3 of them that Bill Yoder said are must grows. Victoria's Smile, Bliss. I don't know if Malachi Jen's here, but we talked about this in our Sophia chat last night. Cherry Stripes, that's the 3rd one. So I have to grow those. Sasha, I haven't found, and maybe somebody else can answer, I haven't grown a lot of white ones. Do they have similar profiles like Antho do? I don't find that. I think Antho has a very strong taste, which is why I'm not a fan. I mean, I like intense flavor. I like loud flavor, as Darla Pittman says. Whites tend to be on the milder side, which is what I was expecting from White Baby, and it's not. So I'm thrilled. And Christy says, I've grown in only mushroom compost very well. That's good to know. I'm not putting any more topsoil in my beds, just amending with mushroom compost at this point. And Jen answered, just like green, some are really good, some are okay, and some tasteless. Yeah, whites tend to be mild. I know, Keen, isn't it exciting? I kind of wasn't expecting it. That's why I was hesitant to taste it on camera. And that was just a little guy that maybe could have been riper too. So I'm super psyched. Look at me, I'm Sandra B. Hi, Sandra. Hope everyone's having a great week. I am. I'm having a great week. I'm feeling good and getting my seed wishes all taken care of. I still have a little way to go, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, which is like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It must be, Kim says, it must be so thrilling to get new tomatoes you bred. I can't even tell you, and Keena's now experiencing it because she's bred her first tomato. It's like you've given birth. It's like, oh my gosh, I bred this. Now I've had bananas noir for several years now, but that was an accidental bee cross in our garden, and we stabilized it. And it is our tomato. I consider myself the breeder, probably more selected by Lauren Blanchard Zaleski and Rob Zaleski, but manually and intentionally breeding something and then seeing it, the shapes, the colors, the flavors, especially my candy berry tiny totem micro is insanely sweet. And I've got the F2s growing now. They're coming out kind of different. Some have bigger, some have smaller, but excited to taste those. Those are really sweet. Excited about that. All right, I'm going to skip ahead just because. Oh, Akelia, did Bill Yoder also say melon liqueur? Good to know. He told me there were 3 he told me personally last season when he grew them, that make sure I had them on my grow list. I didn't see him talk about melon liqueur. I know he sells quite a few of Sophia's. Eric says, I'll be planting some microdwarf varieties tonight with my son Ben. Thanks to Dorothy Wilkinson for getting him started with his own seeds. Dorothy's great. Okay, I think I'm caught up, just about. So, the first one I want to talk about today, I mentioned that I often talk about things that are really hard to find, or that I was able to get a couple of seeds from a friend who was able to get them from Russia or whatever. And while they're fun to talk about, I always feel badly that most of you can probably not get them unless you're able to order from Russia. The first one has a great story, and it's a story that's a very popular heirloom variety. It probably won't be new to any of you, but the story was new to me. And so I wanted to start with a great story. And that's Marianna's Peace. It's from Czechoslovakia. Did I misspell that? It's looking wrong to me all of a sudden. It's not something that is probably new to any of you who are watching this show. But let me share with you the story and why I wanted to start with it today. It has a phenomenal story that I guess it was first offered for sale by Gary Ibsen at Tomato Fest. Here's the story behind Marianna's Peace. And if any of you have grown Marianna's Peace, I have not, believe it or not. Last year I grew a cross of Marianna's Peace and Cherokee Purple, which I think was made by Bill Jeffers. But I haven't grown just Marianna's Peace. So here is the story. It's named for Marianne Worskek Tibbets, who passed away in 2013. She was born in 1927. Gary Ibsen of Tomato Fest named it in tribute to Marianne's resilient, generous, and wonderful life. It's an indeterminate potato leaf variety that produces large yields of 1 to 2 pound pink beefsteak tomatoes with exceptionally rich, luscious, complex flavors, reminiscent of the finest of those old-fashioned tomato flavors, the memory of which is the stuff of dreams for all tomato lovers. Keena says that story's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, it's in my spreadsheet, but I only had a small part of the story in my spreadsheet. It wasn't until I investigated further that I found out the full story. Kim says, I grew Marianna's Peace last summer. It was very good. The story's amazing and heartbreaking. It is, yeah. And yeah, many people sell Marianna's Peace, but those are the 2 main ones, Tomato Fest and Victory Seeds. All right, we'll talk about the tomato first. They said, in taste trials at the Carmel Tomato Fest with attending friends and chefs, Marianna's Peace was judged the best tasting tomato. And this is according to Tomato Fest and Gary Ibsen. Seeds for this tomato were sent to Gary Ibsen, owner of Tomato Fest, by Marianne's sister who lived in Munich, Germany. Marianne's family were farmers from Bohemia, now the Czech Republic. Her life on the farm ended during World War II in May of 1940, when the Russians came with a truck to her school and loaded all the children to transport them to a labor camp. Marianna and 5 other girls escaped by jumping from the moving truck, with only 2 of them surviving. As she crossed the Czech border, she was shot in the leg, and yet she traveled by foot with her girlfriend through the Austrian Alps to Vienna. With the help of her friends, she was able to continue on to the town of Weiden in Bavaria. Marianne lost all contact with her parents, brother, and sister. But through years of diligent searching and the aid of the Red Cross, she found them in 1955. She married an American soldier in 1957 and moved to Spokane, Washington, in the United States, where they raised 4 children. The family wasn't able to provide any history of the tomato's breeding or origin, only that the seeds from this heirloom reached back to the early 1900s. The tomatoes born from these seeds were treasured for their outstanding taste and beauty. Originally distributed exclusively by Tomato Fest, Marianna's Peace is now distributed by many seed companies in the United States. It would please Marianne that her family's farming heritage is continued through her daughter, Dagmar Lacey, owner of Tomato Fest Organic Heirloom Tomato Seeds. That's Gary Ibsen's wife. And then Tomato Faifu, who also sells it. They're from Belgium. They say it's a large beefsteak-like fruit, weighing 250 to 500 grams, ribbed at the top with rounded shoulders, dark pink with reddish highlights, sometimes with greenish marks on the shoulders. They say it's a superb tomato with dense, smooth, velvety flesh, rich, well-balanced flavor, subtle, nuanced taste with good sweetness. They again reiterate potato leaf, good, long, regular second season production, more productive than most other potato leaf varieties. So, what a story, huh? I mean, that is resilience. Why have I not grown this tomato before? I guess I was going to grow it last year, and then I saw, they crossed it with Cherokee Purple. It must be doubly great. And honestly, I thought it was okay. It wasn't great, so I may try just Marianna's Peace. 2 positives don't always make a better positive. Christy says Marianna's is my favorite tomato. Good to know. Laura says, I've had Marianna's Peace on my wish list for a while. It looks so good. I can't believe I never knew the full story, or maybe I just never paid attention. But part of the reason why I wanted to do this show, I started it last spring when I started going through, I was doing special episodes showing my wish list, and it was taking longer and longer, or not my wish list, my grow list for 2024. And I was like on episode 6. I'm like, this is ridiculous, and people are really enjoying it, so let's do a weekly show. But I also wanted to showcase not every tomato I show has a story, and there's some today that don't have much of a story. I don't have much info about them, but the pictures look great, and they're rare or hard to find or whatever. I guess it's kind of the same thing. But I do want to showcase the stories that are behind some of these really well-known tomatoes, and that's why I chose this one today. Andrea, the answer is no, that I'm aware of. I researched that too. She says, I've wondered if there's any relation between Marianna's Peace and Marina's Praise. Sometimes translations can change names slightly. And then Kina answers, Marina's Praise is a variegated tomato plant. Marianna's is not. I think Marina and Marianna are not the same person, from what I can tell. Justin said, Russians didn't enter Czechoslovakia until 1945 after the war was over. Well, not sure what to tell you, only going by what Tomato Fest says, but something to keep in mind, I suppose. Maybe he's got the dates wrong. Oh, Christy, you're so nice. For those in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, have lots of Marianna's Peace seeds to trade. That's very, very nice. And yes, and there's a connection to Washington State. Now I have to add it to my 2025 grow list. Well, I think you know who to contact. Cindy Stone's here. You're wearing one of your Jen Joy shirts today too. Be back hopefully, but gotta go for a bit. Marianna's piece is one of Reinhard Kraft's favorite tomatoes. Am I getting it wrong that it wasn't Reinhard who crossed it with Cherokee Purple? I should know this. I grew it. I don't want to pull up I could pull up my spreadsheet on here. They sell it at Tomato FIFO. I said Bill Jeffers, but it may just be Reinhard Kraft, and I'm wrong about that. If somebody can correct me. Kina and Jen, I think you both grew it too, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me. Maybe it was Reinhard. I don't want to give wrong information about that. And I don't know if Malachite Jen's here. It was Reinhard that did. Thank you, Kina. I appreciate that. Hate to give wrong information. So it was a Reinhard variety, which makes sense. And it looks similar to this. Oh, Malachite Jen's is here. Speak of the devil, right on time. Hi, friends. Better late than never. Are we talking tomatoes yet? Just started, Jen. Just started. Only an hour, 5 minutes, and we just started talking tomatoes. So I was just sharing the phenomenal story behind Marianna's piece, which I've never grown, but I didn't know the entire story. And so it's a great story. And many people are saying it's their favorite tomato. Yep, I thought you grew it last year too, Jen. And the deer loved it, right? I thought it was good. I just didn't think it knocked my socks off personally. Okay, so what's next? Probably the next are all going to be things with little information. Oh, I was on Tomato FIFO and placing another order just today. I did get an order in recently, a smaller order, and I mentioned last week or the week before, I don't remember, that they haven't released anything new this year. But I did go on and I filled up my cart with Spanish tomatoes. Spanish and Sophia, those are my obsessions of this year. They don't have many Sophias because they're relatively new. Actually, I shouldn't say they don't. I think they do have a few, but the new ones they don't. But they do have a lot of great Spanish varieties that are hard for me to find. So I loaded up, and when I was loading up my cart, I came across this beauty. 1884 Strawberry Wedge. Not just 1884 Strawberry Wedge. Has anybody grown this? Justin, it's potato leaf. Marianna's piece is potato leaf indeterminate. I would love to know what a smaller order means to you. The smaller order was probably 10 to 15 varieties. What I placed earlier today, maybe more like 25 to 30. 10 to 15 shows big restraint for me. But when I saw this, I had to order it. It's so unique. This was a variety, and there's not much info about it. This info comes from Tomato FIFO, and I have the link, which I will give you. I forgot some links this week. I know I did. By the way, if you're just joining us, I'm wearing one of Jen Joy's new shirts from her merch. Make sure you subscribe to her Jen Joy Tomato YouTube channel. And this beautiful shirt, which says Jen Joy Tomatoes, can be purchased on there. And like I said earlier, I got it in 3 days. It was very reasonably priced too. And I just love the colors. Really great. And Ben, her husband, designed it. Let's see. Oh, I do have Marianna's piece at Tomato Fest to share a link for. Let me put that in the comments. So if you go on Jen's YouTube channel, she has a section with her t-shirts that you can see when you go on her channel. Eva, you've grown this. It's so delicious. Of course you've grown this. I can never stump you. Not that I'm trying to stump you, but this was so off the beaten path that I'm like, maybe Eva hasn't grown it. Evelina. I always call you Eva, but it's Evelina, isn't it? I apologize for cutting your name short. All right, so I just put Marianna's piece in there. Let me see if I put a link to this one. I did see it at one other place. I think it may have been Tatiana's Tomato Base, and they don't sell anything. Okay. Here's Tomato FIFO. I know they have it in stock because I just ordered it today. And let me tell you everything I know about this unique tomato. Isn't it so cool looking? And Evelyn has already said it tastes, what did she say? Tastes great. So delicious. So delicious. Do I add it to this year's grow list? I don't know. It's a variety that was discovered in 1994 in a plot of 1884, which is a completely different, well, not a completely different variety. This is obviously some kind of a cross or mutation. Plot of 1884 in Oklahoma in the United States. Large, dark pink fruit, heart-shaped, thick beef meat containing little gel and seeds, which I don't love, but excellent flavor. That I do love. It's indeterminate, regular foliage, great development, excellent and regular harvest. That's what Tomato Faifu says. And Tatiana's Tomato Base didn't say anything really more than that. They didn't have much information on it. Yes, you're right about this, Anna. Marina's praises a Jason Hines tomato, and he did do Sgt. Pepper's also. You are right. Different tomato. Oh, no, I didn't spend that much today. And I actually didn't pay for tracking, which I don't normally do, but they wanted 25 euros for tracking, shipping and tracking, which I thought was a lot. Just regular shipping, and I haven't had bad luck with them yet, was 7 euros. So I think I spent 60 US dollars complete with shipping. So definitely not one of my biggest orders, but not one of my smallest either. And I got a whole bunch of great Spanish ones. Sasha says 1884, such an interesting shape, filled out nicely too. 1884 is just a regular looking beefsteak, right? The regular 1884, yes. I haven't grown that one either. If somebody has grown it, let us know. Oh, this is funny. Allison was just watching one of your videos and didn't know you were live. Yes, well, welcome. I come live every Thursday at this time, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK time, 10 p.m. Central European Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. If it's your first time watching our lives, welcome. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato. I'm giving away some great seed prizes for other people. At the end of the episode, Deb Toothaker is giving away a choice of 5 varieties to 5 people. Teresa begins giving away 5 varieties to 2 people. And you can reach out to them directly if you win. And then I'm giving away for Helena from Meraki Seeds 2 micro dwarf packs. They're already in the card, ready to go. But I keep saying the superstar of this, it's Pygmy, Micro Purple, Orange Russian, Sweet and Neat, Hardin's Miniature, Tigerette Red, Baha and Orange Dream. But she's got a special mutation of Purple Boy, which is Purple Boy Green. You cannot find it anywhere else. So she gave me some seeds to give away for that. So 2 of those. So we'll be giving away 9 prizes in total. Just type in, let me just peek and make sure people are entering. Yes, okay. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato. But welcome. If it's your first time watching, we're happy to have you. Although your name sounds familiar, so maybe it's not your first time watching. I thought that too, Michelle. It looks like a strawberry. Totally looks like a tomato strawberry. I agree. Sasha agrees. Kina says, I think Valerie had it on her Etsy. Not sure, but I think she had are there more than one 1884? I don't know much about the variety. I just knew the Strawberry Wedge. I assume you're talking about Farmer Val's backyard. She's on Etsy. She's got a lot of great stuff. Hi, Rowena. That looks wonderful. It does. It does. If you're just joining in, just showed previous variety. We were all talking about Marianna's piece, which I have not grown, but had a great story. So you'll want to watch that back. And many people said it's fantastic. A couple, I think, said it's their favorite tomato of all time. Lost a bunch of my seeds, so waiting on a small order from Tomato Eden. Gosh, are you able to make small orders from Tomato Eden? I didn't even know that. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. The woman is like not human. She's a one-woman show. She does it all herself. The growing, I forget how many varieties. We're friends. She's told me before. Hundreds, if not 1,000 varieties. She harvests, she saves the seeds, and she sells all by herself. I think she said her son and daughter-in-law help her with putting seeds in envelopes, but she basically does it all herself and has another job. I don't think I'm wrong about any of that information. I haven't even put away all my seeds from 2024. A lot of them are hanging out stacked on paper plates because I'm so busy filling seeds orders, not orders, I don't sell, but seed wishes and things I've granted and prizes and all of that stuff. So obviously what's still on the paper plates are things that haven't needed to be filled, but I still have a lot. And I haven't even shown my album of micro dwarfs from 2024. I'm very behind. I keep saying when I go to Florida, I'm going to catch up with all that stuff and log things, but I said that last year too, and it didn't happen. That's okay. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Oh, you were watching my cloning micros video from a year ago. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was one of my first videos, I think. Hope you found it interesting. Basically, for those of you who don't know the video, it's on my YouTube channel from a year ago. Just talking about being able to take tiny little suckers from micros, and they do have them. Some of them are super small, but you can create, just like with larger tomatoes, you can clone other varieties. So if you have limited seeds and you want to grow more plants, you can do it. I was doing it, I think, probably with Vilma. I cloned a lot of B times Macbeth this year. That's more of a mini dwarf, but cloned a lot of those. So I had a lot of extra plants to give away to people like Heidi, Jen, Deb, Cynthia. I wanted as many seeds for that as possible. And nothing pleases me more than to see people granting seeds for B times Macbeth in the group now, because that would not have been able to happen previously. So thank goodness those 10-year-old seeds of mine germinated and were able to save the tomato. Sasha says, one of the 1884 pink heart left on Farmer Val's Etsy. I think it is normally a pink heart, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Allison, how did you lose the seeds? And Haley says, Val's got 1884 pink heart. I got that from her. Now I'm curious. Let's find out. 1884 tomato. Val's really good at having a lot of a series of things. All right, I'm looking at 1884. Like, she's got a lot of the Livingstons, a lot of the Campbells. Okay, so there's a yellow pink heart. Let's cut live to the internet. Tomato FIFO. So here's an 1884 yellow pink heart. Hang on. This is a spontaneous crossing of 1884 and an unknown yellow tomato. Hang on, I know you can't see it. Every time I go to another website, it requires more cutting and pasting. There we go. 1884 yellow pink heart. Let me just type in 1884 and see how many they come up with. I did not know this. Okay, 1884 purple. 1884 yellow pink heart, 1884 strawberry wedge, and 1884. So obviously there's a pink heart, a regular pink heart also. Interesting. Good to know. As if I need another collection. I don't. But that's okay. Okay. So that's 1884 strawberry wedge. Oh, Kina says, I think there are 4 different 1884s, or at least I have 4 different. I'm surprised I don't. I'm not even sure if I have the regular 1884. I must. Keen and Jen, you know it's somewhere in my drawer. That's all I'll say. Probably many times. It's even possible to make no order from Tomato Eden. No! Seriously? You can go on there and not order? Huh. I didn't know that. You know, I've been honest, and not to go off on a tangent here, but I've been honest before about how I've been sober for, it'll be 12 years this year from alcohol. I was using it to self-medicate for my chronic pain, which I don't recommend at all. I have an addictive personality. When I go in on something, I go all in. So I want all the tomatoes. Keena and I have a very similar disease. Not, she's not an addict, don't get me wrong. That's not part of her story. But when I see something I want, I order it if it's orderable. So I know my tomato wish list is difficult to fill because if I'm able to order it, I do. And Keena was proud of herself for saying no to what's the variety, Stella del Sol, which I talked about. She feels like she's said no to her one thing per year. Actually, you said no to something else just yesterday. I won't. You know it. You probably know what it is. I won't say what it is because I don't want to open up a can of worms. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Something I just got in the mail yesterday. Harley says Baha is a producer. That's what I've heard. I've had the seeds forever. Why I have not grown it is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. Hey, is the quality of the internet okay? Am I breaking up or anything like that? I'm only asking because my computer seems to be running well now, but it's been funky. Oh, you had a break-in, Sasha. I had a break-in last year. Nothing much was taken, but I couldn't find one container that had most of my new stuff. It'd be funny if the robbers took it and wound up with seeds. I'm not laughing at you. That's awful. You had a break-in. I can't imagine how scary that is and how violated you were. There's nothing funny about that. But I can only imagine like me with my most anticipated varieties, like putting them in this golden canister or something like that, you know, not to be safe, like a safe or something. And I can only imagine somebody breaking in, taking the safe and being like, ha, 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 ha. And then they open its tomato seeds. But I'm sorry you had a break, and that's awful. Hopefully you're able, through the group, able to replenish your varieties. That's really terrible. Why don't you private message me, Allison, after the show? Why don't you private message me? Oh, I'm glad to hear that Satya still has seeds and paper plates too. I'm glad to hear that. I'm just waiting for like somebody to bump into something and have them go, I will just die. And Sasha says, dang, they probably don't even know what gold they have. They do not. They do not. Dana, that's okay. We're still on the second tomato. Hi, welcome. Make sure you type in #tomato. We're giving away some prizes at the end today. Val has 1884 pink heart. Hi, Teresa. Good to know. Kina, scratch that. I just looked. I have 6 different 1884s. Well, tell us which ones they are. Because I'm sure we're not the only addictive people out there that like collections of things. I'd like to know. Ooh, purple boy green. I know. It's exciting, right? Chrissy, you have the same addictive personality? I know. When I started, this was like 3 years ago, I think, I started on my quest to grow every micro dwarf tomato. Now, this was when like Orange Hat was out at Baker Creek, which I think they still sell, which is very unfortunate. And there's like Mohammed and Monetka and Aztec, and they're fine. They have no taste. There weren't that many interesting tomatoes out there, or micro dwarfs out there. Now there's tons, and some from all over the world popping up all the time. I just put about 10 more micros in the group in our guides. I have a micro mini dwarf resource spreadsheet. That's anything 24 inches or under for the minis, and like 14, 16 inches or so for the micros. I just added some were the new Reinhard crafts, and then others were ones I just discovered just this morning from a website in Denmark, I think. I think 2 or 3 new ones I added. So they're popping up all the time, and there's some really tasty ones out there. So anyway, I set out to, I'm going to do this micro dwarf tomato project. I met Kina and Jen because of this micro dwarf tomato project, because they helped me out. They helped me fill out some of my things I was missing. And I met many, many people. Now, like, I can't believe there's so many I still have not grown, but it's exciting because so many new great ones are coming out. Michael, even if it's not orderable, you find a way. I do find a way. I've got a couple like that today. And Kina, yep, same. If I can, I will order. Oh, Sasha, thank you. Congrats to sobriety. I used to drink to sleep. My insomnia still gets so bad sometimes. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I was doing that too, but I think I drank so much it was interfering with my sleep. It would help me sleep, pass out, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, good. My internet's good. Okay. Haley, I want all the tomatoes, but my wallet says no. That is the only thing that gives me restraint. Wish I had that restraint. Amanda says, glad I'm not alone in replacing bad habits with gardening and seeds. I'm broken, multiple no's, I know, and a couple shocking ones at that. Thanks, Lauren. It's okay. I'm fine with seeds. I don't intend to grow too many. Very sweet of you. Well, if you ever need advice on things I think you need to grow, whether it's micros or anything else, I'm always a private message away. Seeds are my new makeup addiction. I know. And Laura says, seed swapping and collecting has been my winter therapy. Isn't it great? I find the dark winter, and it can get depressing. There's something called SAD, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And I know so many of us struggle with that. Well, we've got 95 live viewers right now. Welcome. If it's your first time watching, welcome to Tomatoes Are Us, where I ramble on about tomatoes and share stories, and we have an ongoing conversation. Make sure you put hashtag tomato in the comments, and you can win some seed prizes at the end of the episode. We've got some really great ones to offer today. So, wow, 96 now. Wow, big day. But anyway, growing microdwarfs indoors for me helps me feel that serenity, and I need to get my hands in the dirt, and I need to grow things. I just do. But also the trading and the planning of the grow lists and sharing grow lists with all you guys doing these shows. It just, I think I say it every week, but the hope of one little seed and what that picture shows it's going to look like, and what you can imagine. My mouth waters thinking of what it's going to taste like. It really helps with seasonal affective disorder. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Put so in the comments. Oh, Robin, thank you. Like and subscribe, everyone. We need to help Lauren get all the tomatoes. Thank you. And when I get all the tomatoes, eventually you guys get all the tomatoes, because I openly share very willingly. People ask me all the time if I sell, and I don't ever intend to, as far as I know. Never say never, but I don't intend to. I like sharing. Plus, it helps me, like if I'm 3 months behind on granting a prize, it makes me feel a little better. CC's Texas Garden. Hi, CC. Welcome to Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. Sounds like you may have a garden channel, so everybody subscribe to CC's Texas Garden. Everybody needs a hobby, and this is mine. Deborah, how is Verde de las Landas doing for you? Deborah and Justin are in Australia, so their season's going on right now, and that is one of my most anticipated of this year. It's a Spanish green when ripe variety that supposedly my friend Marco tells me is better than Malachite box. Hoping. Were you really going to ask how I met Kina? Yeah, I was in another icky group, but some good things came out of the group, meeting some of you, and definitely Kina and definitely Jen. Kina super hooked me up with some because she's in Norway. She had some varieties, some micros I had never heard of. And then Jen and I did a massive micro swap. Today doesn't have a theme. Today is just 10 varieties I'm obsessed with this week. Not usually a theme. But I keep talking about doing themes like micros. I just haven't done it yet. Oh my gosh, there's 103 live viewers right now. I think that's my most ever. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Now I'm a little self-conscious. Not really. If you like tomatoes, you're in the right place. And thank you, Sasha. Yeah, if everybody can like the video, I didn't know that made a difference, but if you're watching on my YouTube channel, please like. It helps. And if you're on Instagram, by the way, if you're on Instagram, I can't see your comments. EV Mux, the platform I use, doesn't allow me to see your comments. So if you're, excuse me, trying to comment, you can bebop on over to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, and I can see your comments if you want to be a part of the discussion. The Strawberry Wedge is interesting. I know. And I get SAD. Yeah, it's very common. Getting seed mail is so much fun. Michael always has a good funny comment. I get LOT, lack of tomatoes. Well, Michael, you're running the micro dwarf grow out this year, and there's some really good micros that are being grown in there this year. Plus, hopefully, if all goes well, I'm committing now to donating at least one of the Reinhard crafts if I can. Micro Sun, Micro Mars. We'll see how many seeds they have. The curly ones, I know from Curly Kelly, they don't have a lot of seeds in them, so I'm not sure if I can commit to doing the whole grow up, but definitely my drop the micro F5 for sure. Allison, question about indoor lighting, the UV. Are there any bad side effects? I guess if it's not in your bedroom. That's a question I wish I could answer for you. I'm a very health conscious person. Mine are in my basement, and I sleep up on 2 levels up. That's our bedroom. I don't know. We tend to use LED, but long-term effects of all of these, I'm not really sure. But if somebody can answer that question, that's a really great question, because I would like to know also. I am gift bearer. Hi, welcome. And we're getting more people saying seasonal affective disorder, hands in dirt is healing. That's part of the reason why I started with that micro dwarf project. It was actually part of it was from my other group, Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain, because I wanted to share with my members that you can get the benefits of gardening without the backbreaking work, and you can still grow tomatoes. Are they the same as indeterminates? I don't know. Some of them are starting to be pretty tasty. Keen and I both know that Paw's Pride tastes, this is Heidi Dolan's new one, tastes like an indeterminate. It's pretty darn good. And I'm hoping to get some that taste like that too. Good night, Kina. Poor Kina only makes it through two of my varieties because it's too late for her. Thanks for watching, Kina. Okay, let's get on to the next one, shall we? This is a unique one that I didn't hear of until this year. I got seeds for this from J&L Gardens. It's called Muchacha. I wouldn't call it a micro. Now, I can't find any height information on it, but it is the sites that I've found it on, and there's been a few of them. I did purchase it from J&L Gardens. They say it's a nice compact variety that is loaded with tomatoes. So I actually have it started, just barely started. I mean, it's got a second set of leaves on it. I was going to attempt to grow it indoors. We'll see if it lasts while I'm in Florida. But Muchacha, it is bred by Lee Goodwin of, I think, New Mexico, United States. Let me tell you a little bit about J&L Gardens. I still want to do an unboxing of theirs. I ordered from them for the first time this year. They've got some super unique stuff. They're kind of a breeding website. That's a wrong way to say. They do a lot of breeding as well as sharing seeds. So I wanted to share with you the summary of what J&L Gardens is. They're home to over 1,000 varieties of tomatoes and rare vegetables from our rich heritage of heirloom and open pollinated types. For 35 years, we have farmed in the fertile upper Rio Grande River Valley near Espanola, New Mexico. In addition to tomatoes, we take melons and cucumbers, apples, and other fruits, along with specialty potatoes and garlic. I didn't know that. To farmers markets in Santa Fe and Los Alamos and provide produce to local restaurants. All our garden vegetables and fruits are raised using traditional natural methods. We are opposed to GMO. We have taken the Safe Seeds pledge and believe that sustainable farming and respecting and restoring the natural world is the only path forward. So nice to know about them. They have a whole section of their site that's devoted just to their exclusives. And I have, what do I do with their stuff? I have a whole stack of stuff I've ordered from them that I haven't logged yet, and I really want to do kind of an unboxing. One of the varieties I talked about last week, which is Silvery, it's a green one ripe, came from them, but they've got really unique stuff. So you want to check them out. I got muchacha from them. They say about muchacha, and they bred this one. Bred from wild stock, more than 100 red tomatoes will be on the stout little plant at any one time. Now, how stout is it? I don't know if I can get rid of this. I don't know if you can see the thing where it says slide. There we go. I can't find, to me it looks, staring at the picture a lot like I have, it looks like a mini dwarf to me. Maybe 2 to 3 feet, which would be, what, that would be 60 to 90 centimeters? That's a guess. But I've looked, I've found on 3 sites, and none of them have said anything other than it's compact and it's loaded with tomatoes that are very, very sweet. So I wouldn't call it a micro. It does not look like an actual micro, but maybe a mini dwarf. That would be my guess. More than 100 red tomatoes will be on the stout little, Vertilume carries it also. Any one time, the flavor's very sweet. Brix reached 10 mid-season. Brix measures the sugar content in tomatoes, so a Brix of 10 is really very sweet. That sounds delicious. With a fresh hint of the wild. Definitely a keeper and lives up to its name. It's only 65 days to maturity from transplant. And then the tomato whisperer, or Tomasidal from Tomatenflüsterer from Austria, says muchacha, which means girl, is a new selection by Lee Goodwin from New Mexico, J&L Gardens. He uses wild tomato varieties for breeding, so muchacha contains these genes. The variety is so productive that hundreds of fruits are possible per plant. He also says the Brix value is up to 10, and he says they even surpass the variety Iva's Sweet White as far as sweetness. But spicy tones also emerge, a legacy of the wild tomato varieties. Muchacha is definitely one of the discoveries of the season. However, the variety may not yet be 100% stable. Stable schmable, I don't care. And what I like about it is a lot of the wild tomato varieties have very small ones, like my favorite cherry, Coyote, is wild tomato. And it's not current size like Spoon or anything like that, or pea size. It's smaller than Sun Gold, larger than a currant, but they're still pretty small. And I think they're garden candy. They're delicious. These look a bit larger from the photos. Let me put a link in the comments. I think I have a link. Now, I was having trouble with J&L Gardens. I think their servers were down earlier, and my link does come from J&L Gardens, but if you Google it, you can find it other places. Like I said, Vertilume carries it, also in Tomatenflüsterer. Florence, the Oprah of tomato giveaways. I've taken a few months off, as you guys know, because I had to catch up. I was giving away too much, but and thanks to Deb and Teresa, who are giving away seeds today. And then, honestly, even though I'm sending these are from Helena from Meraki Seeds, these 2 micro dwarf packs. It's a cute little card. My printer broke, so those of you who've gotten trades and prizes from me before know I have these special cards that I print up. They've got our group on the back like these. I printed these up for send to the grow outs. So until Rob fixes it, which will be this weekend, only 2 days left, I'm having to do these. But anyway, they're all packed up and ready to go, so you won't have to wait long for these. Justin says, I have 3 little Verde de las Lanas tomatoes forming and possibly more, and had between 2 to 5 flower buds, and the pollen smelled like candy apples. Nice. I like it, like it, like it. Oh, thank you, Kelly. You're a rock star with 103 viewers. Yeah, we lost some, but still at 92. I feel very humbled by the whole thing. Very, very humbled. I'm glad that you guys get something out of it and that you can escape from the troubles of life for a while and enjoy tomatoes with me and talk about these great varieties. And Michael said video and audio are fine. That's good. That's good. And no lack of tomatoes for the grow out, that's for sure. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, that's right, Deborah. I think you did say this. Only 2 seeds germinate and kangaroos ate them. Useful seeds are going to inform you when they have enough new seeds. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. I thought you ordered a whole bunch, no? Guess I'm wrong. That's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. Justin, you'll have to let us know. Yeah, kangaroos is not, I guess that's your equivalent of deer that Jen had. And I have them too, but we have a fenced-in backyard. They could jump the fence and have, but they don't seem to bother the tomatoes. Maybe they don't know they're there. But the drones are looking down, that is for sure. Right, Linda? Love the name Muchacha. I know. Sounds great. Yeah, I did share the link to them. I'm a couple minutes behind in the comments. Eva's, of course, grown Muchacha. Very tasty and so many potatoes on the plant. Evelina, can you tell us how tall the plant got? It's okay in centimeters. You don't need to convert. That would be helpful to know. That's really good to know. The bricks of 10 is really, really good, as you know. Jane, hi Jane, first time joining. Hi from Western Australia. How are your tomatoes growing this year so far? Nice to have you here, Jane. I need to get that one. Yeah, really, we need an episode of the tomatoes that Evelina has not grown. But I'm glad she has. It's so helpful to know, that some of these are good or not so good. Calling it like it is. Garden Girl. Hi, Garden Girl. Where to buy? Vertilume has it. I put the link to J&L Gardens, but if you Google Muchacha Tomate, usually I put tomate without the tomato or tomate. I find a lot more things when I just put tomate in, because that tends to be kind of across the globe. Tomate will be somewhere in the name. Jamie's back. Hi, Jamie. Well, look at you. You've only missed 3 tomatoes. Going to listen as I drive home. Glad I could catch part of it still. I was saying earlier that I honor what you're doing and what you're studying, my friend. Glad you're here. Hope class was good today. So many very sweet cherries and plums. I wonder what the sweetest beefsteak tomato is. For me, Jarson 22 was up in the high 8s. Suffer Well was up in the high 8s. And that's unusual for a beefsteak or a slicer. Very unusual. Like a nice, sweet, indeterminate slicer in 6s, maybe 7s. Those were outstanding and very sweet. If you check my reviews on Instagram, my Instagram channel is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. I've been really pretty good about putting new reviews up, including my overall score and the bricks score. And I've got Jarson 22, and I just put Suffer Well up just yesterday. I was shocked I hadn't put it up yet. I put a review in the group like as soon as I tasted it. It was last summer. It was like the first taste test I did with Jen on our Tomato Talk Live. Probably, I started it early. It was a garage tomato, so it may have been, it's probably our July episode. I did have tomatoes in June. I'm not sure I had Suffer Well in June, like early June. That would have been, even with a garage tomato, that would have been early. but it was like to die for. And so I put an instant review up in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, but I didn't put it up on Instagram, and I didn't know that. And somebody was asking about Suffer Well the other day. I'm like, I was going to refer them to my Instagram channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't. So that went up just yesterday. And yeah, that had 8 point something. It was insane. And Jarson 22, those were huge. That was a great tomato. I've given away seeds to a lot of these to all of you, so hopefully you're growing some of them this year. It is late. I know people can only deal with so much. And then they're like, all right, this woman's talking too much. I gotta go. Alice, I'm going to try amending my soil this year to boost it. Worm casting, whatever else I can find, fingers crossed. Worm castings are great. If you can't find mushroom compost, I'm a big proponent of mycorrhizal fungi. Was it you that put this in the group yesterday? Somebody was talking about what you use to amend. What else do I use? I like Neptune's Harvest crab and lobster for some calcium. The equivalent, like some people put eggshells in the hole. We don't eat eggs, so we don't have eggshells, but it's the equivalent of that. What else do I put in? And then a sprinkle of granulated kelp meal, also from Neptune's Harvest, is what we amend soil with. But if you do have access to mushroom compost, good stuff. Although I know Kina in Norway cannot get mushroom compost. I think she was able to find a bag of something, but she can get mycorrhizal fungi. Always looking for U.S. sources. Yeah, check out J&L Gardens. Maybe I'll do, my plans actually fell through for tomorrow. My friend was supposed to come over. We were going to have a girls' day movie night. I have a gratitude circle with Attitude of Gratitude with chronic pain every Friday at noon. That's every week. And then my friend Nicole was supposed to come over. She's a gardener also. And we haven't gotten together in a while. And we were going to have, we love to cook together. So we were going to go to Wegmans and get ingredients and cook something, and then probably watch Wicked, which I've now seen twice, but actually working on third time. Riley and I are watching it. She's seen it 4 times. I'm working on third time. But we've had to reschedule. So maybe I'll do the unboxing of J&L Gardens tomorrow. I think I'll make that an intention. I will do that. I've had it for quite a while, and that is a company that is worth exploring. I can't believe I've heard of them, because in a lot of tomato, a lot of things that you find, like even on Tomato FIFO, you'll see something like first put out by J&L Gardens, but I had never ordered from them myself, and their exclusive varieties, there's a lot of them. So that's kind of when I went into that section, I'm like, yes, need. Okay, what's next? This one I got as a free gift from TOMATO AWESOMESAUCE from Latvia, who I've done an unboxing from them. They're the same, different websites, but same owner, Valdis Poulins of Tomato Galaxy. These are all the ones I have yet to log. He sent some interesting free gifts, and they're always stuff that are not available for sale from his website. And they're usually, Kina will tell you, when we get something, it's like I have to email him and ask. She and I are excellent tomato researchers, and often we can't find what he's given us. This one was easy to find, Red Ocean. I found it on Tomato FIFO. But there was something else recently where I'm like, how do you find? And usually he'll send me to a link from like a Russian message board or something where there's a couple of people talking about this one variety. So they're exciting gifts if you ever order from Tomato Galaxy or Tomato AWESOMESAUCE from Latvia. But this is Red Ocean. I think I have added it to my grow list this year. We'll see if it stays on. But I just logged it the other day. And I'm like, this sounds really good. I think I may have to grow it. This one's from Germany. This information's from Tomato FIFO, which is where these photos came from. Recent variety whose original seed comes from a fruit that has undergone a somatic mutation, which means fruit different from others on the same plant. Large fruit weighing 200 to 350 grams, Evelina, just tell us how it is. I know you've grown it. Slightly ribbed at the top, flattened at the poles, and more or less plump shoulders. Dark red, purple color on its lower half, while the top of the fruit is a gradient from light green to dark green. Beef meat with a spicy and complex flavor. That's when I read that, I'm like, that goes on Lauren's grow list for this year for sure. Spicy and complex. I like it. Strong plant with large stem, moderately vigorous and rather stocky habit, regular foliage, indeterminate growth, average mid-season production, good uniformity in size, only large fruits. That looks and sounds amazing. Oh, yes, it's me, Sylvia. Yes. Sweet beefsteaks. Oh, yes. Check out Sufferwell. Check out Jarson22 on my Instagram page, which is, I think I may have made a banner for it. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. I've got photos. I think with Sufferwell, I actually included a second photo, which included my refractometer, which showed the brick score because it's kind of unbelievable. Jarson22, I think, may have been even a little higher. But Sufferwell, and I said this in my review, it may just be the best tomato I've ever had. It's up there, maybe tied with Malachite Box or Malachitavaya Shkatulka. But I grew them both last year, but my Malachite died early, so I didn't get to taste them together. But it's up there. Trust me, you want to grow Sufferwell this year. And if you've never tried a green when ripe tomato, grow Malachite Box. You've got to trust me on this. And those of you who've grown Malachite Box and or Sufferwell would agree with me. Delicious. And I talked about Sufferwell, I think, last week. It's a cross of Berkeley Pink Tie-Dye and Cherokee Purple. You can't really go wrong. Although I said earlier, 2 positives don't always make a better positive, but in this case, it absolutely does. Delicious. Well, our viewership's going back up now, 99 live viewers. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Make sure you put in, is that what it is, Teresa? 8.9, was that Sufferwell or Jarson22? Crazy, right? I tested it a few times because I'm like, and I also share this all the time. High brick score on beefsteaks doesn't always mean a lot because there's so many more complex flavors in a beefsteak that a high brick score, while it can be a really great thing, like it is in the case of Sufferwell and Jarson22, a low brick score in the 4s and 5s doesn't mean it's a bad tomato by any stretch, because there's tanginess and all that. But in cherries, usually you're looking for a sweet cherry, and micros, it's really, really helpful too. I wonder what the bricks is on that. When they're more on white baby, I'll have to test when it's super ripe just to get an accurate reading. It does. You're right. Sufferwell sounds like a name a hot pepper would have. Bill Yoder puts out collections based on music. So Sufferwell is part of his Depeche Mode series, and Sufferwell is a song. I'm going to be talking about one of his varieties if we ever get to it. I'm a little long-winded today. I've got one from the Cure collection, and he's got a couple new ones this year. Beastie Boys collection, Duran, which of course I'm growing a lot of because I'm a huge Duranian. I kind of helped him decide that he needed a Duran collection. He's a fan also. And The Cure, but he names them all after songs. The previous year, we're back up to 101. Nice. What was I going to say? The previous year, his first collection was the Prince collection. And so many of you have grown things like Raspberry Beret and Little Red Corvette 1999, beautiful ones. That was his very first release 2 seasons ago. Last year was Depeche Mode. This year's Duran, The Cure, and Beastie Boys. And he's got some great stuff. As artistic looking as Sofia Sakova's varieties are, it's like Bill Yoder has very similar colors. They're both very talented. Yes, Teresa. Fox Farm Ocean Forest too. I'm convinced it makes in my micros indoors and in in my starts. When I start seeds, I start them right in ocean forest. Not cheap. Actually, I shared last week that Esben Shades has damaged bags that you can get for $14.99 a piece for the 1.5 cubic foot. Guess what I got 2 of 2 days ago? They had 2 in stock. I tried to get 3. They're like, we don't have enough. I got 2 bags. It was $14.99 shipping. I think I paid, what did I pay? $23? No, that couldn't be it. They're $14.99 a piece. Whatever. It was still far cheaper than what I would get it for on Amazon, even with shipping. So keep an eye on that. Google damaged bag fox farm ocean forest, and you can sometimes get a deal. Stocking up for the season already. Yep, mushroom compost is good because it has gypsum as a source of calcium. It does. It's great stuff. Great stuff. There's another David Lauren. Here's Evelina. Got it. Very fleshy, juicy, and tasty tomato. How tasty? I'm hearing in your text that it's good, but not great. Is that correct? Because I need to drop things off my grow list. So you tell me. I like juicy. I like tasty. Don't always like fleshy, but do tell. Does it have loud flavor? Is it like a must grow? Inquiring minds want to know. Rowena was given seeds for Red Ocean. I think it's going on my 2026 grow list. Depending on what Evelina says, maybe I'm moving it to my 2026 grow list too, because I really need to make some cuts this year. And with all the new Sophias I got that I must grow, I'm having a hard time cutting things along with some other things. This is my kind of tomato. Yum. Oh, Deb grew it too. Red Ocean is fantastic. Grew it last year. Large, beautiful fruit, excellent flavor with a little oomph. Very productive. That I take that as high praise from Deb too. We have very similar palates as well. Thanks, Deb. Really, really good to know. Green goo. I love the green goo. Does that one have green goo? Doesn't look all that green to me. Maybe. Suffer well if you look on my Instagram. Is that what you're talking about with the green goo? That's got a lot of green goo. It's awesome. Hi, Tiffany. I finally got on delivering Girl Scout cookies. Got me behind. Aw, I didn't know people delivered Girl Scout cookies anymore. I have a friend whose daughter's in brownies. I get a link. I order from the link. It ships directly to me. Cuts out the middleman. But I'm glad to hear that. I remember going around when I was a Girl Scout door to door, which of course nowadays frowned upon. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Love those Girl Scout. And they have a couple vegan Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints are vegan. And there's a couple, not all areas have all the vegan ones, but there was a raspberry one a couple of years ago that was awesome. But my little Girl Scout friend didn't have it last year. It's me, Sylvia. I'm growing Suffer well right now in Southern California. It's slow because of the cold, but growing. Good. Suffer well is the 8.9. Insane, right? If you're already on my Instagram, can you check out what Jarson 22 was? It's somewhere up there too. Yeah, that's insane. Who sells Suffer well seeds? I will tell you because somebody asked me after my review yesterday. Tomato Eden is out of stock, but Vienna Seeds has them in stock. Badskin's Garden has them in stock. And Cariarte has them in stock. So those 3 places have them in stock right now. Bienes is in Germany. Cariarte is in Germany also. And Badskins is in Belgium. All shipped to the United States. I don't know where you are, Laura. I forget. But you can get them from them. And Bill Yoder. I'm not sure if Bill is still selling at the moment, but yeah, Bill I cut out the middleman there. It's a good answer, Heidi. Bill Yoder, if you message him directly, I'm not sure if he is selling at the moment, but it's worth a shot. You can get it directly from the source. It'd be ideal. Teresa, oh, I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. Growing Sufferwell and Malachite box in a few weeks. Very glad to hear that. Please keep me posted. Oh, Sasha says, be long-winded. I'm on my vacation at home. This is very relaxing and entertaining to me. Thank you. That's nice to hear. Cindy Stone's back. I think Beastie Boy sounds so fun. Yeah, there's one that Bill ran out of. It's called Whatcha Want. And I had 2 vendors asking if I could part with any of the seeds. I was able to get it before he sold out. It's a cherry that's like yellow with antho at the top. And I only had 10 seeds, so I was able to give some to one vendor and say no to another one, which was heartbreaking. But that one's tough to come by. I should probably have given it to both of them because I'm not sure I'm growing it this year. Oh, Evelina says a red ocean's a must grow. Okay. Thank you, you and Deb. Thank you very much. Sasha says, I use Ocean Forest on houseplants, garden starts, and up potting. And how do they do? Do you feel like it makes a difference? Because for me, it's got all the good stuff in it already. It's got the mycorrhizal fungi and the worm castings and the kelp meal. It's got all the stuff in it already. When I'm up potting my micros, I do still put I love my Bigfoot mycorrhizal fungi it's got biostimulants in it and some other good stuff. And my granulated Neptune's Harvest crab and lobster. But honestly, and I think that's why my tomato starts are so healthy, because I start directly in that. I don't start in a sterile seed starting mix. This is just me. And if you don't know my seed starting process, check out my YouTube channel. I have a video, a step-by-step through how I start my seeds and going through the growing process and what they look like when it's time to plant out. I start in Fox Farm Ocean Forest. It's like crack for tomatoes. It just is. I'm never switching. Not cheap though. It's not. Fill either a solo cup or whatever container you're using. I only fill it up halfway, put the seeds in, let them grow, and I continually add soil up the stem. I eventually take one seedling out, and by continually adding the soil up the stem, it develops roots along the stem. So these things are the size of tree trunks. And I promise you, I wouldn't live broadcast ends in 7 seconds. What? Uh-oh. Is it really? Am I still on? It said live broadcast ends. Maybe that's just on Instagram. Am I still on? I've gone longer than 2 hours before. So, all right, I should still be on. That's weird. It's probably just Instagram. I don't know. I hope not. I'm good. Okay. Whew. Yeah, usually Instagram used to stop at an hour. Now it looks like it's giving me 2. So, phew. All right. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, everybody. But I should probably move on because 2 hours is a little insane. Anyway, you'll see my seedlings look like tree trunks, and you will have the healthiest start to your plants, I promise you. And then, even though they look like tree trunks, I bury them deep. Adding soil along the stem is such key in having a really healthy root system. And so my point of bringing that up is Fox Farm has all the good stuff in it already. Oh, I'm frozen on my own screen. It's got all the good stuff already, so I don't need to, up pot it to a different seed starting mix. Okay, let's move on to another tomato. I'm really talkative today. This is one of Sophia's that I got from Sophia that she only sells on her website. It's a new release for her. It's called Ochre Symphony. She's got 2 ochre ones. One that you may be growing and may have been able to order from places like Tomato Eden is Ochre Vale. This one you can find at Graf Samina and Tomato Eden, but Ochre Symphony is only available on her website. And right now she's not taking orders, and you can't order unless you're able to have a Russian credit card or a Russian address or something like that. But this looks amazing. And the interior, it looks like harsh melon of the Volga Germans, which I'm also growing this year. It just looks fantastic. I love the shape, the very unique shape of it. The ochre color and the green striping along it, like tiger striping. It looks fantastic. It's an F6. Sophia says that it showed good stability, but at this stage of selection, there is still a possibility of splitting, which means it's not necessarily stable. Mid-season, 1.8 meters tall. Fruits are large plum hearts, very beautiful. Ochre with green stripes, 100 to 200 grams on average. The pulp is oily with very few seeds. The taste is sweet with a little sourness. And because there's very few seeds, she sells very few seeds. And you can see that from the interior. I'm uber excited to grow this year. And for those of you in the Sophia Grow Out, you'll be getting, as long as I have a good season and this grows, you'll be getting seeds for this as well. So that is quite a treat that I was able to get seeds for this directly from Sophia. Okay, so thank you, Sasha. Jarson 22s are bricks of 8.8, so pretty similar to Suffer Well. I like Suffer Well better because it. Okay, I think I'm back. Thought it took me off for a minute. Am I back? I don't know what happened. It just ended me. All right, I'm back. The drones. The aliens came to take me away. I don't know what happened. I didn't touch a thing. That's okay. You're back. Okay, good. I'm back. So, thanks, Jen. I just got your private message. Don't know what happened. It looks like I may be still live on Instagram too, so I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, let's move on. So that's Ochre Symphony. I don't even remember what I was saying. And then this is Ochre Vale. Ochre Vale, which is available for order from Tomato Eden. I think I have a link. Gorgeous split of the Fiery Comet Sophia, which is another great one that you're able to order. Incredibly beautiful fruits, medium early. Bush is 1.8 to 2 meters. In the greenhouse, the fruits are ochre heart-shaped. There are regular heart-shaped ones. The pulp is ochre, sweet, tasty. There are very few seeds in the fruits. This one looks like it has a little more seeds than Ochre Symphony. I know Kina really wanted to grow the Ochre Symphony. It does look like a mango. You're right. That's a great description. Both that and Ochre Symphony look like mangoes. Yeah, I don't know what happened, why I went off the air. I'm glad I was able to get back on. I don't know that I'm growing Ochre Vale. I forget if anybody else in the Sophia Grow Out is or not. Maybe one of the backups. I'm not really sure. This next, oh, wait, do I have a link to Ochre? Yes, I do have a link to Ochre Vale from Tomato Eden. It looks like she does have them in stock, I think. It's funny, as I've been talking to you guys for the past over 2 hours. I'm getting emails. If you guys shop at Tomato Eden, like I do, sometimes things are out of stock and you can sign up to get an email notification when things are back in stock. It looks like I got like 5 emails from her. I don't know which ones yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's back in stock that I need, because I forget who said that you are able to not order from Tomato Eden, but I no comprendo. I don't understand that. I hope I hope everybody's typed in hashtag tomato. I do have prizes to give away. And if it goes too much longer, I'll just stop the episode. I don't want to keep everybody all night. It is 2 hours, 10 minutes into the episode. I don't want to keep everybody. And I still have a few more to get to. I'll try to speed it along. This one, so speaking of Tomato Eden, there's a whole series of things, the Mordovian series, that she's got out. There's Mordovian caramel, and there's Mordovian, I even forget some of the names. I think I ordered just about all of them. But there was one that was on my wish list from the site that I took the pictures from that I noticed she didn't have. It was like the only one she didn't have. Of course, the name Malachite and the name drew me in, but also just the looks of it. It's got that greenish ochre kind of terracotta, Thorburns terracotta-ish look to it. So she didn't have it, and I asked her about it, and she has not grown it. She's growing it this year, and she sent me 2 seeds for it. So this is Mordovian Malachite, and this is bred by Zygalin from Russia, and he grows some amazing things. It's a potato leaf, indeterminate, grows up to 2 meters or 6.5 feet. So the first shown in 2021. Fruits are bicolor, flat, round, greenish malachite with pink red. Mid-season, pulp is tender, greenish cream with pink streaks. Very good, harmonious taste, good yield. So while you can't order this year, you will definitely be able to order it from her next year, and if all goes well, be able to hit me up for seeds at the end of the season or trade for seeds. I do have a link to this Russian website that sells it. Again, if you can order from Russia, some of you can. I know somebody in the group has a Russian credit card, or maybe you have friends in Russia who can order it for you. But even if you can't order it, we've decided that putting the links in so you can check it out for yourself is always fun. This is Mordovian at Malachite. But also check out, on Tomato Eden, check out all the other Mordovians, because she's got a lot of great looking Mordovian ones. Mordovian rabbit hole. Seriously. Okay, next one. Speaking of Bill Yoder, this is from the Cure collection. This is called Fascination Street. Come on. I didn't need to know much about it to know this was going on my grow list. Look, he doesn't use filters or anything. Neither does Sophia. Look at the coloring on this. The stripes, that interior looks so juicy. I want to bury my face in Fascination Street, for sure. I asked him before. The only thing I knew about it, it was new on his personal website. Oh, by the way, if you haven't ordered from Bill before, you can find him on Facebook. He is in the group. Just send him a private message. Even if you're not friends with him, you can click on his name in TLC and send him a private message. And I don't know if he's selling right now or not, but it's worth asking. I know he's sold out of a few things, but he's looking to restock soon. The only thing I knew was that it was a new release from the Cure collection. So I messaged him like half an hour before the episode started. I'm like, is there anything else we should know about Fascination Street? And he said it's very productive and has great flavor. He said one of the parents is Ananas Zebra, and I cannot remember the other parent. I'm not at his tomato computer. He's at work. So that's more than I knew before. Ananas Zebra, pineapple zebra, that's good to know. Rowena's growing it too. Fascination Street is on my list for this year. It looks amazing, doesn't it? When he was releasing all of his photos, those of you who kept up with it, and he is in our group, but on his personal page too, it was like one tomato after another, and they all looked incredible. And I wish I could grow them all. I had intended on growing all the Duran Duran and then sporadic other stuff, and now I know I can't grow all the Duran Duran. I'm growing many, but I just can't. But I'm picking ones that look like my favorites. He's also got one from Beastie Boys. It's called Gratitude. And since that's the other hat I wear with my other group practicing gratitude, I have to be growing that. And it's a nice looking red. Tiffany says, that's gorgeous. Fascination Street. I know. Deb, you don't know about this one? Fascination Street? I'm surprised. This looks like a Deb tomato if I ever saw one. But he's always a source of information and all of that. So you can private message him and see if he has any available left, or put in Seed Seeking Saturday or our Most Wanted post. You can have one variety in there at a time, your Most Wanted, and somebody grants it to you, and then you can remove it. And please do remove it. If somebody grants you a wish, that would help us out a lot. I go in and I delete a few each day, but if somebody's granted and you've worked out the trait already, if you can just delete it, that would help, because otherwise I'll leave it up for like a week and assume it's been worked out. But it helps to reduce the clutter in that thread, and also for people to know what people still need and all of that. Oh, Justin says you can get Chinese Union Pay prepaid credit card from East West Bank to order from Russian websites. I did not know that. Interesting. Yeah. Does that sound? I don't know. I'm sure, I have no doubt that you are correct about that. I know Sophia is no longer selling for the season, so with her site, you're out of luck. But with some of the other Russian sites, you definitely could still order. That is good to know. Chinese, I'm going to write this down. Chinese Union Pay. Oh boy. Lauren's going to get a Russian card prepaid. I wonder if my credit card's going to be like, yeah, this doesn't look kosher. It might be. All right, the next one. I'm surprised at how little information I found about this one. It's not an episode of Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce without me talking about Sophia Sakava varieties lately and Spanish varieties lately. And those are two of the 3 grow outs I'm growing. In addition, I'm heading up this year, other than the Kentucky and Appalachian heirlooms. So I had to put a Spanish one in. This one is called Rosado de Ayerbe. And this picture is actually from Sophia's site. Believe it or not, if you Google this variety, it takes you to Sophia's site, which is semenatomatov.ru. But I also found some information on Tomatoville from a member of what they think of it. And it's actually not that unusual to not find a lot of information about a lot of the Spanish varieties. I'm coming to find that out, and I've heard it said before that a lot of them they're passed down and all of that, so you don't necessarily see a lot of information about them. But my friend Marco, who's the same one who told me about Verde de las Landas, he shared with me at least 5 varieties that I am absolutely growing this year, that he said are phenomenal, that I must grow. This was one of them. He said it's one of the best tomatoes he's ever had. Looking at it, I wouldn't have thought that. But I'm coming around to the Spanish pinks and all of that. And based on another comment, which I'll share in a minute, from Tomatoville, the seeds and goo on this alone look fantastic. Sophia says Rosado de Ayerbe, or Rose from Ayerbe, which is a city in Spain in the province of Huesca. It's an indeterminate mid-season variety from Spain, very beautiful, aromatic, juicy fruits, dark, saturated pink. Ugh, just that description makes it sound great. Weighing 300 to 500 grams, excellent balance of sugar and acid. That's what I like. Very productive and beautiful variety. And then I don't want to share who wrote it in Tomatoville because I don't know the person, but I will share the comment. It's a quote that says, somebody that grows a lot of Spanish tomatoes, and he or she said, Rosado de Ayerbe has a taste which I would describe as high in umami, not umami, due to the depth of pure tomato flavor. To my individual, basically definable taste. Let me read that again. Rosado de Ayerbe has a taste which I would describe as high in umami due to the depth of pure tomato flavor to my individual, basically indefinable taste. So Sophia says one thing, he says another, and my friend Marco says a third thing. This is cemented on my 2025 grow list. Evelina, you still here? I know it's late. Have you grown it? Has anybody grown it? Anybody grown it? O1 Wolf. Hi, O1 Wolf. Oh, I need that one. I know. I couldn't find it. Maybe some of the Spanish vendors had it. I didn't. I Googled a little bit today. I couldn't find anything other than the listing at Sophia's site, which I think I wrote down. Yes, I did. And I will put it in the comments. Lots of seeds and goo on this baby. I'm growing. Well, now that's a ray for Rosado. I know, right? Rosado. A lot of the Spanish tomatoes will start with Rosado, Rosa, meaning pink, Morado, meaning dark or purple, I think. So a lot of them are like Rosado de something. So this is Ayerbe. I have this one too, Rowena. I have a Rosa de Huesca. I wonder if it's similar. I wonder that too. From the same area, absolutely. Or maybe, do I have it? Maybe that's one of the ones you and I talked about. It's on, if I don't have it, it's on my wish list. I forget. But yes, I've definitely heard of it. I think I've even featured that one on the show. So I can't believe I haven't talked about this one before today, but that's Rosado de Ayerbe. Okay, we're winding down. Only two more. I actually have a most wanted this time too. I kind of forget sometimes. This next one is one from Russia. It's called Southern Evening, or Yusniv Vecher, however you pronounce it in Russia. My apologies. I don't speak Russian at all. But this just looks so good, and it sounds so good. It's an early, high-yielding variety, recommended for growing in protected and open ground. The period from full germination to the beginning of ripening is 107 to 112 days. It's an indeterminate and tall. Fruits are an interesting color, juicy and fleshy, weighing up to 300 grams with more than 6 chambers. I couldn't find an interior shot of this one. Taste is rich and spicy. The variety is used for fresh consumption in salads, tolerant to major diseases. And then Sophia has it on her site again. Says taste is excellent, sweet and spicy. Her site's great. She doesn't have a huge amount, so I guess I'm just picking some really good things. But I think I have a link to this also. I don't know who bred it. I'm pretty sure it's a variety from a company in Russia, a seed company called Aelita, Aelita, because I did see it sold in that packaging, but I got this one from a trade a while back. So let me put a link to Southern Evening, and this is on my 2025 grow list also. Has anybody grown it? I think we lost Evelina. Okay, I just put that in the comments. I don't think 110 days is early. Did they call it early? They did, didn't they? 107 to 112 days. Yeah, I don't consider that all that early either. Good picking up on that. And that's really all I know about it. I've seen it on 2 sites, and it just looks and sounds great. And for Sophia to say it's excellent, sweet and spicy, sounds good to me. Okay, last one. This is my most wanted this week. And I only found out about it today as I was doing some research. I did not pick the best picture for this one. And I don't think this one's all that hard to find. Croatian Seed Store has it. I think a couple other vendors have it, but I didn't know about it, so I didn't order it. It's Divno, which translates loosely to wonderful miracle. It's from, did I say Russia? It's from Bulgaria. Indeterminate, mid-early, fruits are very beautiful, dark burgundy, flat round with gathered shoulders, excellent rich taste with sweetness, and thick, dense, juicy pulp weighing 300 to 500 grams or more. The bush is powerful, tall, very productive with an extended fruiting period. One of the best this season, I recommend. This is from this site, Echo Tomato, that I found this on. So if anybody knows where, I can't order from Croatian Seed Store. If anybody has them to trade, I will be putting out my Seed Seeking Saturday this week for sure. But it looks and sounds great. Right, Teresa? I know. It looks great. I wish I put up the other photos. I think the other photos I had found look even better. But Divno, I love the name. Oh, Evelina, you are still here. I have grown Divone. I liked it. It has so much taste. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so that's all we've got. Should we do a recap? Southern Evening, Rosado de Aierbe, Fascination Street, Mordovian Malachite, Ochre Vale, Ochre Symphony, Red Ocean, Muchacha, 1884 Strawberry Wedge, and the great story behind Marianna's piece. Okay, let's give away some prizes. And we have 103 viewers right now. So I guess the theory of Europe isn't true for everybody, but everybody maybe wants some prizes. I'm glad you are all here with me. Obviously, I'm losing my voice because I'm just talking too much, but I'm really happy that you're all here. Michael says, of course you have, Evelina. Okay, so we'll start with Deb Tessier Toothaker. She's giving away for 5 people. You get to choose 5 varieties. So if you win this, please private message Deb. If you're not on Facebook, you can email me and I'll get you in touch with Deb. My email address is lernie@me.com. Let's do hang on, let's get our first winner. Oops, hang on, I gotta share it. Okay, going already. Andrea Ruiz. Congratulations, Andrea or Andrea. That's one. And thank you, Deb, so much for this offer. It's very, very thoughtful. Okay, winner number 2. Couldn't get the winning wheel to work earlier and I was panicking. Cynthia Stone. Congratulations, Cynthia. Next one, number 3. What a great crowd. It's me, Sylvia. Congratulations. Please private message Deb Toothaker, or you can email me if you're not in the group and can't find her, but prefer if you guys worked it out together if it's possible. And sometimes the YouTube names don't match up with the Facebook name, so it's hard for us to necessarily know who the YouTube channels are. Okay. Number 4. Amy Keller. Congratulations, Amy. And number 5. Last one for Deb. You get to pick 5 varieties. My Happy Place. That name makes me happy. Congratulations. You guys can contact Deb, all 5 of you, and you guys can work it out. Thank you very much, Deb. So the next set of prizes, you get to choose, for 2 people, you get to choose 5 varieties from Teresa Begin. I was just so humbled and moved by these 2 ladies offering prizes this week. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, Teresa. First one, Gloria Plant. I am showing this, I hope. Am I not? Okay, good. It's been known to happen. Congratulations, Gloria. You can please private message Teresa Begin, or you can email me. I'll put my email address up again. learningatme.com. So Gloria's number 1. And second one, we had a lot of entries today. They can't even show the names on the wheel because there's so many. Michelle Urban, congratulations, Michelle. So both of you ladies, you can please contact Teresa Begin. You can private message her on Facebook. If that's not possible, just email me. So thank you, Teresa and Deb. So the next 2 are these micro dwarf packets. I've got 2 of them to give away, courtesy of Meraki Seeds and Helena Rutstrom, who is in our group. And you get the brand new and only available at Meraki Seeds Purple Boy Green Micro. So you get 9 micros. These will go out in tomorrow's mail. I have them all set to go. So 2 lucky winners on that one. Great way to start your micro dwarf collection. Number 1. And thank you to Deb. Congratulations, Deb. Deserved. The reason why Deb wanted to give away is because she won a couple weeks ago and she wanted to pay it forward, and now she's given away and now you win again. That doesn't mean you have to pay it forward again, my friend. You're very generous. Deb's number 1. And second one, and our last prize of the day, Becca Carter. Congratulations, Becca. All right, I know how to contact you guys. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this Awesome Sauce episode. It was my most watched live episode so far. I think the most we got up to at one point was like 105 or something like that. So thank you. Those of you watching the recording, I honor you just as much. The live viewers make it a lot of fun, but I understand that not everybody can make the time zone. And I just talked for 2.5 hours. So, but thank you for watching. I hope you get a lot out of these episodes. And perhaps I forgot to say, I hope you have a notebook and pen, because you often need those with my episodes to find out. Put things on your wish list. And if anything, if the seeds aren't available, add them. Or we have a Seed Seeking Saturday post that goes up every single Saturday. And you can put 5 new varieties every single week. You can keep the same varieties on each Saturday if you want, but 5 new varieties and that most wanted post I told you about. So you never know. You never know. Sometimes putting things in most wanted or Seed Seeking Saturday, somebody might just gift you with something. So thank you all for watching. I will see you. I think I'm going to do that J&L Gardens boxing tomorrow, unless something happens. So if you want to watch that, I'll put something out in the morning about that. But anyway, I will see you next week, if not tomorrow. Peace and love. Get your gratitude on and go grow tomatoes. Bye, gang.